All right. Hey, it's Crockett. That's confirming that the live stream is going and that there's audio going out over it. Hello, hello, hello. Turn off the live stream, see if I've got it. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm in an infinite loop right here. Okay. Um, just go to my channel and make sure that on my phone we're live streaming. Yes, here we go. Okay, good. So this is Crockett 36, and we are live streaming. I have been preparing for a sermon that I preached yesterday for the last week and a half, and so my Access Analyze career has suffered, um, and we are now getting back into it. I recognize that this is not sort of the best way to do it, live streaming, but this is what I have time for. I have 6 months before retirement. There's no guarantee that after retirement I will not be super busy. In fact, I've already planned on going back to graduate school to get a master's of divinity. So I'm sure that I will still be busy, but I assume maybe that I will also have a little more time. This is the game that I'm playing with Schultze. He has been my longest YouTube gamer, and he keeps the game alive for me. I really appreciate him. He loves Access Analyze. So do I. He loves flexibility and playing with different rule sets, and so do I. And this is the game we have going on right now. Um, so I've made I am not usually the bad guys. I am usually the good guys. And I moved on Wake Islands. I also did an attack not on the Philippine islands, but on the fleet to kill the American fleet. This is what he came back with, which is pretty strong. And he got jet fighters. We are playing with technology. We are playing with several house rules. One house rule is that the Russians can leave the Baltic. That would be two, only two, by the way. Let's change that real quick. This is two, not three subs. I am at war, and we are pushing into Russia. We also have a strong convoy on the UK in 109, and we have a convoy right here on 106. He does have a destroyer that's about to come in, and I don't remember how that played out because I probably would have on this side of that. I wish I had just spread out. I do have this though. So I do have this, and I do own Gibraltar. That probably influenced my decision. He does have some stuff going on in here, so we'll see how that goes. He does no transport, so I will get the Gibraltar bonus unless he attacks. So that is a lot for the Americans to do. So actually, no, I would have left that exactly that there. It's a lot for the Americans to do, especially with such a Pacific push. So I've got to grab the Americans' attention. I don't want him destroying my submarines. I don't want him destroying my fleet. So what am I going to do as the Japanese? Again, I'm not. This is my theme behind this is in keeping with what I think was much greater historically accurate to or paired up with the actual Japanese war objectives or their methodology. They got close. They were in Burma, and they had a bit more of China, but not much more of China. They had Kuichao, some in Sichuan, Yunnan. So this was my attempt to be aggressive and to surprise the Americans and keep their attention focused on the Pacific. The big question is where do these transports go and if I can protect them. The other question is Wake Island is hittable. From here, it is 1, 2, 3 spaces. I could easily throw up a blocker. I could throw up 2 blockers. I'd need 3. I'd need 3 blockers to stop them coming on to Hawaii. That's a lot of blockers. Three carriers. I'd have 4 carriers, 8 planes. He's got 6 planes. I do not think he pulled the trigger on that. All right. I've got to do some technology rolls. Let's take a look at the players. I'm not 100% where we're at right now. It's been a minute since we played. And I don't see any technology. I thought I got shipyards. Nuts. It's pretty sure I got shipyards. Okay. I want to make a call, Schultze, and see if I can make contact. He often calls me. And so let's make a call and see if I can talk to Schultze. Here we go. Speakerphone. See who's got what. I know America has jet power and radar. I'm not sure if the Germans have anything. But the Germans, they have increased factory production. I do remember that. This would be turn 2, and I bought no dice. We get a free dice per turn. So I do not want to take the break. Let me just send them a text. Okay. Schultze. Hey, Schultze, do the Japanese have shipyards? I think they do, but I'm not 100%. So, all right, I want to continue on regardless. Large Navy here in the South Pacific, very good for him. Wake Island is way out of the way. So good on him for that. All right, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna take Hawaii. What are we taking Hawaii with? He has 1 transport here. So let's think that we only need 1 transport. Okay, for our no. Let me first roll 2 dice. Roll 2 dice. This will be 2, 6. I'm looking for a 6. A 3 and a 4. No effect on game. That'll be 2 misses. Oh, wasn't there free? We did a free facility, and I put 1 in Kiangsu. Each of us got a free facility. He put his in Egypt factory. All right. We need to do stuff. We need to fill up that factory for one thing. And okay, looks like we're going to all right, we're going to buy 3 infantry. Buy a minor factory. No, not a minor factory. Yes, a minor factory. No, not a minor factory. And then we are going to buy some airplanes. And one diver. Let me see what he has down there. I think he has one destroyer. No, he has two destroyers. For sure. All right, let's see how this goes. Like I said, I am not a pro at the Axis. I don't even like it when they win. All right. All right, let's definitely take over the Philippines. That would be one here. And we'll put and I already could reach, I can only reach Borneo. Can't even reach Borneo. So I will grab that other and okay, I'm gonna screw that up a little bit. Let's go backward. Grab the two at the top and move down. Grab one. No, not one. Two. Okay, everything's skimpy with this one. I believe I will hold off on that. Okay, and then these two will go in here. So we have an invasion into the Philippines. One artillery coming from Shantung, one artillery coming out of Kiangsu, and then two infantry out of Shantung. That way we'll be able to move as many south as possible. We will probably be retreating the French Indo, these two units. And then I do think we'll probably be retreating back here from Hunan to Guangxi, covering my retreat. Okay, that gives me a little bit of a core to my army. The Chinese cannot go into French Indochina. And we are going to stay coastal. Obviously, I've got to bring most of these guys back toward Manchuria. That anti-aircraft, if I forget, goes back to Manchuria as well. It'll nullify his. See if I can do that right now. Nope. Okay, so then these will stay coastal, but move south. This is 4 units. I do not think I'm using the bombard here as much as I would like to, because this fleet has got to be used to counter this fleet. These fleets can't really work in tandem. They can defend together. So I will have to figure that out a little later. Probably going to 36, or no, they're going to 20 almost certainly. I'm gonna throw away those transports. I do wish I had a plane. So a plane apiece would be helpful. Attack there. Attack there. Uh-oh. If I go there, the aircraft carrier has to stay there. All right. All right. Let me just reverse myself and try to push in on the north. The guy going to J-hole will actually, from Shahar, will actually go into. Do need to use those planes, and those planes can be useful. 1, 2, 3. Nope, they cannot land. That's too bad. Hopai. I did have something that could have got done into Hopai as well. And Anway went to King C. I'm going to pull one of those guys back and go to Hope High. Yeah. Just a little skirmish in the north. Man, that bacon smells good, huh? All right, let's go. Let's go into Hawaii. What's going on here? Where's my transport? There's no transport? How did I get there? What, do they walk on water? I don't see a transport. All right. Is this turn 3 or turn 2? It's turn 2. Should have been a transport there. Schultz, if you see this, give me a call. Just make sure. All right, I'm going to add a transport here. Sometimes you can add units to another area and then move them. It's weird. I'm not sure exactly the rules, but you can trick the system sometimes. This will go here, grab the tank and go in here. We're going to go in. Pretty obviously, we're going to send all of our planes in to attack. Okay, actually, I'm going to pull those divers out of there because I want to exchange the divers for fighters. This could be important later on. Okay. I got to redo that again. So the fighters, and then I redo that. The fleet from, is it 21? 3 from 31. I'm going to try to exchange the fighters and divers. So the fighters are defending at 4. That would seem more useful, I think. And from there, just confirming they can reach 1, 2, 3, 4. They can reach the mainland. All right, I've got to go weak on this. So I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Excuse me, that will not reach. So 1, 2. They don't need that. Need the bombardments, really. I think they're going in there, pretty sure. Yes. All right, I got to commit. I'm not sure we can take it and then not. Yeah, that would be silly. Of course, it would be silly. Got to land my stuff in there, so I got to scramble out of it. I mean, okay, this has got to go. I believe it's got to go here. So it's a block. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I've got to block 3. That may lead me too short. I've got to check this out. He's only got 6s in air raid, so that I'll be fine. I got 3 planes already. Got 2 planes coming in. Are those divers? Those are divers. Yeah, I want the fighters on the boats. Okay, that'll be 6 fighters on the boats. And I'll send 2 divers in to attack. It's 3, 6, 8 for carriers. get that bomber back to Japan. All right, now we've got to assign send two more divers. No, no, nope. That is some more hands. I think I'm going to Kiangsi with those. Kwangsi. Don't know. I might have to move that whole force. This is 15. Currently, I am at 12, 14. And most of them are good units. So I can't afford to send these out here. Gotta get that. I gotta keep that. Gotta go backward. And I need every plane I can get in the south of China. South China. Sea Zone 31. All right. I'm not gonna be able to send those to the Philippines. Japan. There it is. Okay. Let's go back, get those divers back to where they were. Would have been my preference, but I'm looking for the divers that went to Japan. $31 to Wake Islands. Yep. Okay, so we've got 5 going there. We'll send that one in for 6 to attack. This is 6 plane attack. And then over here, I will have to send one of those down to. So then we've got 11 and 8 is 19. That probably is not going to be something he's going to pull the trigger on. And what do we have for French Indo? There we go. Shan State, French Indo. Guangxi. Okay, I got to get that back. All right, that's going to have to hold right there. Good. First time I've ever used a microphone, so we'll see how it goes. I did the sermon with a microphone, so ended up pretty well, I think. Okay, this is going to come down and join the force. I'm going to need that bombardments. I think that's going to go well. 2 bombardments. Okay, that is probably as good as I'm going to get it. Let's just make sure I'm going to. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1. So he can do an air raid on the fleet. He can't bust through the destroyers. Okay, so this is going to have to transport some. See if that bomber can go mainland. I don't think it can, which is why I sent it over there. Bomber from. Hopefully you guys aren't getting a lot of wind right now. It is a gusty day. I know Daniel, when my son Daniel, who does YouTube or has done YouTube in the past, had this. He actually, on the Marshalls, he actually had a little phone thing. All right, I can bring this in. Oh, I can land it right there. Okay, good. Okay, where are those three going? Does he have no one? You know, if I want to preserve any of these transports, I'm gonna have to use them. Yep, I'm gonna have to use them. Let's go. Philippines. Yep. If I have any hope of what I need to do, I've got to let's put some people in the Philippines. Yes. Okay, the planes from Japan, which I've debated about. Um, one of them is going to go down to Hawaii, the the ocean, and no, I got to send both of them. This is too big of a deal. I can't. Okay, I got to do strong moves, inadequate but strong moves. So this feels pretty good to me. This is now 11, 19, 18, 19, 20, 21. So pretty hard to touch, I think, for the Allies. One transport here. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's do my I'm gonna roll some dice. These are fake dice. These are dice in order to get rid of all the bad juju or the bad luck. See all those numbers, all those sixes. These are all my sixes. Shut up. There's a few ones in there. I know. Conduct naval bombardment in 35. Yes, I will. Conduct in 26. Yes, I will. Boom. Hits. And hit their dead. No hits back. That's nice. Poor Philip. Headed for a long march, unfortunately, because I'm the bad guys. And one casualty off of Hawaii. Japanese do what they did not do. Came back for the second attack, second wave. Captured Hawaii. All right, I think that's it. We will see how this goes, people. We'll put three people in Kiangsu. And we will put three in Japan. One diver, two fighters. Okay, $49. I did capture Honolulu. That helped. $5 bonus. $44 is what I collected. Let's take a look at the recap. The recap is a destroyer in, let's get up light, nice and close. Destroyer in 13, destroyer in 12, destroyer in 27. A battleship, 4 carriers, 5 fighters, 3 divers, 1 sub, and 1 transport, and a tank that has taken over Hawaiian Islands. I also own Wake Island as well as Marshall. Of course, there's 2 infantry in it, anti-aircraft in Caroline, 1 infantry in Peleliu. Philippines is occupied by 6 infantry, 4 artillery. 35 is occupied by 5 transports, 1 damaged battleship, 1 cruiser, 1 sub, 1 destroyer, and 1 carrier. And I did forget to move this. So let's do that right now. I told you I would forget it, and I did, in fact, forget it. A lot of Japanese anti-aircraft there. And take away the one here. Obviously, Manchuria has 10 infantry, 1 mech, 1 anti-aircraft, and 1 artillery. Suyan has 1 infantry, Hopai has 1 infantry. French Indo has 2 infantry. Kwang Si has 7 infantry, 2 artillery, 4 fighters, 7 divers, and 1 bomber. The bomber would be taken after the ground units. Kiang Si has 1 infantry, 1 artillery. Kiang Su has 3 infantry. I think I already said this. And the mainland has 2 infantry, 3 anti-aircraft, 2 fighters, and 1 diver. 49 IPCs for the Japanese. That is, as Schulte likes to say, that is Japan turn 2. Super aggressive. All right. Card 36. I've got some other Access and Allies games I'm going to be playing. I may broadcast those. We'll see. All right. Crockett out.